This girl she talks a lot. I have like a 5-hour difference between when I check out of here and when I check into my next place. So I was at the bus station yesterday and I noticed that they had a luggage storage place, and it just looked really convenient, and I just booked like a 5-hour storage for my luggage because I have like this big bag, and then I could spend 5 hours doing whatever. And I booked two bags. It's 10 euros plus whatever that is. It's just really convenient. I guarantee you that in the US there's nothing that is this convenient at all. I mean, it's just so convenient. This is a cool store. Wow, this is so good. I guess I could just come back to Helsinki if I want to go shopping for clothes. These are really nice. What is that? Like 300 bucks. They have nice stuff here, it looks like. I'm probably gonna get my coat in Russia though. 80 bucks for this. Cause I only have this. This store seems like it's like the IKEA of clothes. They gave me these one for free when I went to the dentist in Russia. So I decided to leave the bus station and walk to this cemetery just because. But I wanted to talk about, I guess I should talk about, my thoughts about this place, and I wanted to make a definitive statement comparing it to the US and the West in general. This wouldn't be considered a Western European country. This is, I guess, Northern European country. It's too loud, so I'll come back after I cross this bridge. It's really pretty. They have a basketball cage just like in Russia. It looks really pretty though. I guess you can walk all the way over there. Wow, the sky looks nice too. I think we're right by the ocean, right? Or something. We're by some kind of body of water. I have to look at a map. But the boats look crazy. They look so interesting. They had like some boats docked in the water. I'm still mad about that book that I saw yesterday. Barely mentioning Finland, barely mentioning Russia. The 1,000 places you have to see before you die. But I have to say that I really like it here. I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I know I've only been here for like 2 days, but that's my initial impression. And I don't want to get all, I don't want to get political, but at the same time, I do want to talk about it a little bit because I'm just really impressed. As far as just me personally, it just feels comfortable, It feels comfortable. It's very convenient. I just checked in my bags to this store at the mall and they were just super chill. The pace of life is really a lot slower, which is one of my pet peeves of mine, is that things in the US are getting too fast for no fucking reason. just rush around for no reason. It's really annoying. So I really like a slower pace of life and a better quality of life where people take their time. There's no reason to rush. Like, you're gonna die at the end of all this, so just chill out, bro. You're not doing anything important. Like, talking to all the people that are rushing around in their cars, like, just doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm realistic. Like, no country is better than another country. I mean, this is like, we're like in the EU, right? So there's Ukrainian flags everywhere. There's like LGBT flags everywhere, which is fine. But, my whole thing about it is that all of reality is a big paradox. So it's not like, there's no point in taking sides, because society is a construct that's overlaid over nature, correct? You have natural law, right? And then we've constructed basically this thing called society and all this infrastructure over nature and natural law. So at the end of the day, it's all nature. So when you talk about, if you're weighing the pros and cons between a country and another country, and you're like, well, you're a foreigner, you're coming in and you're like raising the prices or whatever, like, you don't know what it's like to be a local and make local wages, all this stupid bullshit about wages and whatever. Who cares? At the end of the day, like, it's all fake anyways, right? You can argue one way or the other, and I think every point is valid. You can say, oh, you're a delusional Westerner, you don't know what you're talking about, you're an idiot, you're a stupid American, whatever. And you're not you're right. You're not, like, you're right, but who's right and who's wrong? Like, at the end of the day, I had a thought, like, in nature, when you're talking about ripple effects of your actions, you coming in and affecting other people around you, whether it's wages, prices, whether it's a politician coming in and changing things. In nature, you can't affect, the weather doesn't stop to avoid you, does it? No. So it's gonna come regardless, right? Like, you can't stop a tsunami. So there's no point in worrying about whether your actions is gonna affect all of mankind, and because all this is fake anyways. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. That everything has its pros and cons. But on a lighter note, there's a cemetery here that I'm trying to visit. On a lighter note, I could definitely see myself coming back here to visit. Russia gets really intense. I can see that people are bored. I'm basing everything off of, like, this like an idiot. I'm basing this off of some Hollywood movie that I saw. That's not even about Finland, it's about Sweden. And I don't know anything about Sweden's system, but the plot in the movie was that all the people there were just, like, too relaxed, and they were basically living on welfare, and it was a sense that it was boring, it was the same old thing, and there was really a purposelessness in life, which is also a paradox, because either life is super hard and miserable and terrible, or it's boring and you have an existential crisis because you have lost your meaning and purpose in life. So either way, it's like, okay, well, pick one. What do you want? You want a hard life, but it's meaningful, but you're like almost dying all the time, or whatever, like, you have to face death, or do you want a relaxed life, but it's boring and you have, feel like you have no meaning or whatever? What do you want? I was kidding. So, my conclusion is that I had some of the best coffee I've ever had in my life. The slow pace is extremely appealing to me. Really appealing. And then if I want to rag on the West, because I had a point yesterday where I was like, Bro, fuck the West, bro. Seriously, like, it's but I don't really mean that. I'm not, I'm not emotional about it, and I'm not upset about it. But I made like a short list of things that are wrong with the West right now, specifically, the USA or whatever you want to call it. One of those things is just like the level of anxiety and paranoia that you have to deal with people is ridiculous. Okay, it's not necessary. I don't want to deal with it. I don't care if people have anxiety and if they're paranoid, because I walk by them and they're all jittery and no one wants to have a conversation because people are hiding all their lies, and you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? That's how it goes over there. People are just hiding all their little lies, and people are afraid to have like an honest conversation, which results in paranoia and anxiety and a bunch of weird falsely polite conversations that are just meaningless and annoying. So I don't know, I'm good on that. So what's the alternative? I don't know, just like, are you chill? Are you relaxed? I don't care if you have secrets, and if you do, just avoid a conversation. Like, if you don't want to talk, don't talk. If you don't want to say hello, or if you don't want to talk, then just don't talk or whatever. But I can deal with that. Oh, that reminds me of one more thing. Everyone here speaks English, which is like, I feel spoiled. I feel really lucky that everyone here just speaks English. So I mean, that's cool. And then what else? It seems like the quality of life is better, which goes with the slower pace. People just kind of like take their time, they're not in a ridiculous rush, and everyone's trying to get fucking rich, and everything's about money, and which you could say like, oh, it's easy for you to say, oh, that it's not about money, but you need money. Like, okay, fine, but still, bro, if you could strike a balance. I mean, what's going on in the US is ridiculous. Everyone wants money. It's a fucking disaster. Okay, so I could just speak. I'm just saying personally, like, I'm done with it. If I don't ever go back there, I mean, that would be fucking amazing. I'm seriously done. You know what I mean? But that's about it. It's really pretty here. But yeah, about that, like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to go back. Okay, I don't want to go back. It's not for me. It's not for me anymore. Period. Okay. And if anyone from the West can hear this, like, I don't care. I'm not trying to go back and forth about whatever. Like, it's just how I feel or whatever. But I'm still, just because you have an opinion, that don't make you whatever you want to call it, like a traitor or anything like that. People are allowed to have their opinions and talk about it, okay? So if any fucking people from the West have anything to say, then whatever, just be nice. That's the other thing. It's like, you feel like you're just dealing with a bunch of uneducated, irrational, crazy people, psychopaths, to be honest. So let's wrap this up. You can see everybody walking. And yeah, is there anything else I want to say about Finland? Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to like it so much. It's really nice. So, and it's only 7 hours from St. Petersburg. They have like nice stores. They have nice coffee shops. People are out in the morning just chilling, eating and drinking their coffee. People are running around. They seem pretty active. It seems pretty calm. Like, not like you don't have to look behind your shoulder every 5 seconds, or like, how it should be. You shouldn't have to worry about random violent crime for no reason just because you're walking around. But it is what it is. Like, I guess that's part of natural law too. I guess you can call it that. So I would definitely come back here. I would say that. Not feels like I'm on a vacation. It just feels so comfortable, But I would definitely come back here, and maybe to take like a break from Russia, if Russia gets too intense, you have to understand, like, where I'm coming from is that it's that for me all of Russia is a big challenge between the language, and I mean the language is a big one, but you know, I'm not trying to say anything bad about Russia or nothing, like that's not what I mean. It's just, for me, it's very intense. Like, just now, me taking the trip by bus to Russia, I'm like I'm not nervous yet, but I know when I get on the bus I'm gonna be nervous because it's just a lot of issues between the bank cards and the money and stuff like that and everything that's going on. It's just a lot of challenges to navigate, which is fine. It's just a problem and you just fix it and you overcome, you know, you solve the problem. But in stark contrast to the convenience of here in Europe, what it seems like, it's just super convenient, at least right here in Helsinki. I haven't been many places in Europe. It kind of makes me want to visit Norway, but like I said, it's natural law, man. Everything comes at a price. All this convenience isn't natural, you know. It's a construct that was built upon nature. Real nature is brutal, and it's, you know, so this is just convenience comes at a price, right? So I'm not saying anything bad about like the challenges that Russia presents, because, you know, that's my path, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. But it gets heavy, it gets intense. So I mean, it'd be nice to take like a bus here and just chill out for a couple of days, you know, look at the trees and stuff. I wonder if Russians can walk or can take a bus here or not. Well, I know they can't, because there's a lot of Russians that take the bus over there to Petersburg. I was at the bus station yesterday and there was like a whole bunch of Russians taking the bus over. So, but anyways, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, because I want to be honest, and but sometimes, you know, the honesty is I mean, it comes across, I don't know, it might come across the wrong way or whatever, but I hope you understand an honest perspective. My review of Helsinki is really nice. You can really see how nice it is. Yeah, so we're in this cemetery. No shade, but I mean, do you remember I made a Russian cemetery video, like way different vibe in there. I mean, this is fine, but it's just different. It seems more, I don't know. I can't call it, I guess. The Russian cemetery was a freaking vibe. It was a whole feeling, man. It was really deep, you know. So this is cool. Like, everyone's kind of just walking through, which I think is good. I think it's part, you know, death is a part of life, and I think it's normal to just walk through a cemetery and stuff like that. I think it's a good thing. So it's nice to see people walking through here. It's just normal, like if it's a park. It's cool, it's moss. Wow. This is like such like a Euro looking company. You get to wear a suit and come into work and stuff. Working some consulting, probably consult for like some kind of shipping manufacturer or something like that. Everything looks so neat and tidy, and that it works properly, and it just feels like, you know, sometimes you can feel the stress of people knowing that their lives are hanging on by a thread. So when you go like to a store, it's an awkward interaction, because you feel like, I don't know, I feel like somehow I'm responsible that I know people's lives are a disaster, and it makes the whole interaction when you go to a store and you're dealing with employees or whatever very awkward, for me at least. But here it seems, you know, you want to have workers that are happy, that feel like, you know, they take their job seriously. You guys know that I love doors. I have like an obsession with doors.